Everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you're well. If you've not been here before, it's where I talk about twin flame process. This reading today is just going to be looking at the energy. Now we've come out of the new moon that was on Saturday the 13th and moving forward really through this week. So how it feels like is that the wheels started turning in the opposite direction. So we've been through two really healing moons for the past 4 weeks. And it was like the wheel turning backwards, so we had to like backtrack, like do a sweep up of all, might be old memories and old emotions that we had to kind of draw back to us, and there might have been some dwelling on that and in that kind of lower energy of where you've come from, and now the wheel is moving forward again, so we're out of that clearing and we're moving into much brighter, more positive, more thriving energy, more physical based energy, so where you kind of return to your physical life and things might seem more hopeful and more brighter, more positive, more possibilities coming in. So it's just a feeling of that really to start with. It might be a bit of a slow wake up as well, because the wheel has to still, it's just turning and in the opposite direction. It's just beginning to turn in the opposite direction in a moving forward kind of energy towards the next Libra full moon. So it's like a slow wake up basically. So you might still feel a bit sluggish after what's gone on in the past 2 weeks, the healing, and that's quite normal. You might have aches and pains in your physical body. You might have like a feeling like you've been beaten up emotionally and mentally by what you've had to go through in the past couple of weeks, like where you've had to drop down and do a clean sweep on what is not required in the vibration. So basically we've just been clearing up that vibration in the past 2 weeks. You have to revisit things in terms of that. You've got to revisit emotions and thoughts. And now we're moving forward again, so it's like kind of a let go, but a very kind of feels like a very momentum building forward, you know, so positive, moving into a positive kind of feeling inside self, more like a get up and go, like a get up and go feeling starting inside, which is like, okay, let's dust ourselves off of all of that and let's just get going again. And you might find positive thoughts coming in. You might find little, you know, that you're kind of in your head planning things for your future, building momentum in that direction, like a feeling of like, well, this is a possibility, that's a possibility, maybe I'll do this later this year, maybe I'll do that later this year, coming in. So like in a sense you're freed of what was going on inside you, which was a backtrack into emotions of the past and thoughts of the past. So things moving forward. So whenever we start moving forward, and in terms of twin flame process, that's two people moving forward, not just one, because you're connected through everything. You're connected through your mind, your emotions, and your vibration and your physicality. So it's about two people getting up, dusting themselves off and feeling like they can move forward. You're always moving forward towards reunion, and that is reunion in a physical sense. So again, it's momentum towards that building, and the backtracking has to happen because you've got to clear out of the vibration what you don't desire. You can only do that by revisiting it in your mind and in your heart and coming to a conclusion that you don't want that thing, and therefore it's no longer in your vibration. When you're doing it as a feminine energy, leader creator of the twin flame process, you're clearing up you're allowing the masculine to go into their vibration and clear up what they don't want. So you have to feel it because they're going through it at the end of the process. At first you're going through it because you have to go through it, but at the end it's because they're going through it, so they have to clear up what they don't want in their vibration. And it's about coming to conclusion, right, which is really just freedom. Conclusion in the thoughts, right? It's really just freedom in a sense of knowing what they don't want, the masculine doesn't want, and no longer resonating with it emotionally. So it's about freedom from feelings, that healing that we've just gone through, and feeling like tied to anything, feeling any emotion around anything, actually. So it's that freedom that we've just allowed, we've just instigated in the masculine, in what we've just been through. That's healing. Okay, so let's look at what's coming up. Emotions, 7 of Cups. Rebirth, the Empress. Brand new beginning in the physical world. We've got Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Swords, which is let go, in the mind. Like it's like letting go of programming, which is different types of thoughts, you know. Justice, what is right. The Chariot, which is masculine and feminine moving together. King of Wands, which is masculine vibration. Magician, which is manifestation, having everything you need in terms of manifesting, which is cleared vibration. That's what you need, and only your desires in it. And 7 of Wands, which is resistance. It's upside down, which means, and underneath we've got the vibration of the feminine. So basically, like they say, it's, you know, we've been clearing up vibration in terms of what is right for each of us individually through how you feel. So we've got those feelings there in the 7 of Cups, which is all the different kinds of emotions that it's possible to feel about anything that's ever happened to you in your physical life. You can also have emotions about this process itself, and being that it's an energetic process of clearing vibration. When you're viewing it from a lower lens, which is the egoic perspective, from a I'm here and I'm living this life, and all I can see right now is this life that I'm living and how it feels to be in this life. And when you're only viewing it from that perspective, when you're only able to view it from that perspective, it doesn't feel great, because you feel like you don't want to be here, because it's shit, basically. So that's kind of when we clear, that's where you go. You go into that mode. You go into like the physical life mode. Like, here I am. I've been through this life so far. So far, it hasn't really delivered everything I want. In fact, in a lot of cases on Twin Flame Process, it won't deliver anything, you know, because you're moving through lower energy to higher. So, and then as you move through that healing, what you're actually clearing is resistance down here, 7 of Wands, and the resistance towards everything that you do want. So you're clearing through your physical, the experience of your physical existence, and at the end of it, you come back up into higher self slowly. Like I say, as we move through to the Libra moon that's coming full in about 2 weeks, we're going to move slowly and slowly and slowly into more higher self, more higher self, more higher self. So it's more, we'll be in more freedom to just be here and experience, and not have a position, an opinion one way or another in what that experience is. Higher self is a freedom point. So it's not a judgment on the life itself. So we're moving through to more of that energy. And by the time we get to Libra, we're going to be in really high energy, which is fulfilling destiny energy, because destiny is fulfilled by let go. And it's fulfilled by let go of what you're going through in this physical life. Because actually, when you're in those emotions of my life has not been what I want it to be, it still doesn't appear what I want it to be. Where is this going? Why am I here? I don't really want this. I don't like this. All that purging energy, right? That is vibrational. So when you've got that thought and you've got that feeling, that's your vibration, and that's how you're harnessing your vibration. At times you can't help that. You can't change it, because you're purging out what is a connected vibration. So at the end of the process, like they say, it's not about you actually, because you go through that multiple times, right, until you get to a better resolution inside of yourself on it. This clearing vibration, feminine, right, harnessing vibration, is where you know that you came once upon a time in your physical life to a better conclusion around all of that. and your conclusion was, I'm here for a spiritual purpose. What it looks like is a shit life, right? That's the let go. It's meant to look like this because I'm here for that spiritual purpose of moving from dark energy, which will show up in my physical life as the things, people's, events, places that turn up, into a better energy, a higher energy. So you know that, right? Once you know that, you've achieved your destiny of your vibration, but you're also clearing for masculine energy. So you go down into it again to clear it out for them. So you're going to hit that point again where you go right back into that. Why am I here? What am I here for? It doesn't feel great here, being here. It hasn't matched up to expectations, all that kind of stuff, right? But that's about their vibration, basically, not yours. And it's about you clearing what are their mental and emotional illusions, right? Because this is all illusions, because we're not actually physical beings. We're vibrational beings. We're only here physically for a very short time as the person that we are. So all that conundrum that appears in the mind and the emotions is actually, we call it the fear reality, right? The fear that you'll not be here to achieve everything that you feel like you're here to achieve. Fear of not having a relationship, fear of not having enough sex, fear of not having enough money, fear of not having a wonderful life of experience, joy and happiness in a relationship, fear of maybe not traveling around the world, seeing as much of the world, all this different stuff. And it's the illusion, right, that you're clearing as we move through now into higher energy by the Libra moon, which is going to be really, really high. It's going to be really, really, it's going to be like a vortex of completely high destiny energy, which is a cleared vibration and only positivity in the vibration and loving the moment that you're in beyond any reason, right? So we're going to be clearing of emotions, and we're going to be clearing of the mind, and we're going to arrive in no resistance at that moon, where we are just happy to be in the present moment with anything that is. And when you're in that present moment like that, as you move towards that moon, we're going to get freer and freer and freer, because as the energy moves up towards that, you're going to eliminate from your vibration all the negativity that you've been in, which is a healing of the last 2 weeks, where you're in freedom again and you're just feeling all right. You're going to go through in the next 2 weeks feeling better, feeling a little bit more better, feeling all right, feeling okay, feeling good, feeling great, feeling absolutely wonderful by the time we get to the Libra moon. So, and facilitating in that moment of feeling absolutely wonderful, what is the conclusion of the energetic journey of the two individuals, which is them both feeling great and feeling wonderful. Actually, it's feeling wonderful, it's not feeling great. Feeling wonderful in the present moment, where it's like, bam, possibilities are coming in for reunions all over the place. This moon that we're working towards as well, which is beyond the spring equinox, and it is the actual turning of the clocks as well in the physical dimension, where we've assigned, you know, oh, this is where spring starts. It's a really positive, it's a really powerful and positive energy. And moving forward into the spring, we're going to see more and more reunions happening from a really high energy. That's a really high standpoint, where they come in and they don't go out again. So it's not going to be those hit and miss trigger points of reunion. It's going to be coming in as a profound resonation of, here it is, it's here to stay, and moving through into that. And it's all starting with that full moon that's coming in. So so that's where we're heading right now this week, okay? So we've got clearing of emotions, and then that lowers resistance. The resistance goes out. There's no resistance in the vibration to what it is that you're actually here to bring in. So you're here for a particular purpose. You're here to clear a dual vibration, a connected vibration, so that you can bring into the physical the representation of that vibration into physical form, which is not only the manifestation of the masculine, which we've got here, brand new beginning, physical world, and we've got masculine energy down there on that. And we've got justice, what is right in terms of that. But also moving forward from that, so moving forward into like really high level manifested connections that are not about anything that they've been about before. So they're not about any kind of purging or lowercase scenario, you know, because the fear of the physical dimension as it moves through human beings is in relation to everything. So if you've got fear in relation to a relationship, then you're going to manifest what is fearful in a relationship. Once you cleared the fear in relation to relationship, you're only going to be manifesting a beautiful relationship that is harmonized, right? It's going to be vibrational first, and then it's going to be physical. And the mind and the emotions are going to be viewed from that lens. Your mind is either creating your world or it's getting in the way of what you want. Fear gets in the way of what you want, and clarification in the thoughts, clear intention of what you do want, and leaving the feelings behind in terms of anything that you've had that you don't want, and also just creating a really good feeling in the present moment of loving the present moment is how you achieve what you do want. So there's a vibrational reason for these connections that's beyond the connection itself. It's about the law of attraction, and it's about achieving results in life that come from that, and understanding that, and being almost disconnected from that person as the relationships move into the physical to maintain them in the physical. So that is unconnected in terms of getting into the nitty-gritty of feelings about each other, talking about feelings about each other, thoughts on each other, anything, around the past, thoughts, feelings around the past. There's not regurgitating that, because when you regurgitate that, you put it into the present, you're putting it into the present moment, so you're only going to replicate that energy. So there's like a real feeling of let go around what's coming in terms of these connections, and however much clearing that you might have to do before you achieve that resonance in your vibration that brings in that reunion, is however many moons that you need to go through. And in terms of this experience, in terms of the dropping down and then the moving back up again. So just that really is what they're saying. Six of Swords, let go in the mind, and the Chariot, masculine and feminine moving together. So where we've gone through a period, last 2 weeks particularly, you might have had to go back into the thoughts again. You might have had thoughts coming in around that person that you're connected to. You might have had old stuff coming back in, where you've been picturing them in your head, and a time from years before where they said a certain thing to you, right? And when you're doing that, at the end of the process, it's about clearing that, not in you, but in them. So when you get to this end of this process, you start to have these thoughts come in, and what feels like you're absolutely sick and tired of them, and you just want it to all go away, right? So it's like you want that disconnect. You want to stop thinking about that person. You want to stop feeling for that person. You just want it all to go away. And you want to be able to move through into like what is an actual physical life with some kind of representation in the physical life of what it can be. Because it can be beautiful, right? Because you felt it at certain times when the vibration has gone higher. So you want that all the time, and you just want to be cleared of anything that isn't that. You can't get cleared until they've come into resolution inside themselves. So where you're getting those thoughts of them, and where you've had that in the past 2 weeks, that's because they're thinking about you. And that's what it is. And as this clears, this vibration, right? So when you're clearing vibration like this, the only thing that's left at the end of this story is you and them. So everybody goes out your physical life. Conversation goes out of your physical life. Drama goes out of your physical life. Being connected to your physical life in any way has to go out of your physical life. Because the better feeling is always, I am an eternal being. I exist forever. This physical life really isn't. It's just a scratch on the surface. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to feel distressed about. It is what it is. And in that understanding, you actually move into what feels bad. So there's a sense of, with anything that feels bad, whether it's an emotion or a thought or a physical feeling in the physical body, there's a sense of moving into it. And in that, there is a lot of power. There is this power of vibration over whatever is coming up. So moving into the thought and being, this is nothing to me. This thought, it doesn't feel anything to me. I'm having this thought about this person from years ago. It doesn't feel anything to me. And this is about everyone you've ever known, every experience you've ever had, every event that you've ever been through, apart from this one person that you're connected to. Because in effect, Everything else is irrelevant in terms of where you're going, because there's only one person at the end of it. The physical life that's been a representation of moving through dark energy and having all those experiences and people be in your presence is a process of clearing, and you're seeing it from that, you know it from that, you're feeling it from that, you're thinking it from that. It'll feel like it's in a very physical way that you're feeling it. So it's complete uncordedness from your physical experience and where you've come from, which is the arrival in a thoroughly cleared vibration in both of you. And in that vibration that's thoroughly cleared of everyone else, every other thing, every other event, every other place, every other conclusion that the masculine could possibly have come to in where they're meant to be going in their physical life and what represents what is good in a physical life, the only thing that's left is you. And that's what is left, and from there the reunion comes forth, right? So it is a mental energy. It is in the brain being clarified down into one final conclusion. It's also in the emotions, in that there was no emotion about anything else, right? But it's also in vibration, and what it's actually clearing is fear. So it's fear that's gone from the vibration. And in that no fear is where manifestation occurs. The manifestation of the twin flame process into a physical reunion is where fear has been completely cleared from the vibration in relation to the other one, the connection in the physical, and that's how it manifests again. So we're moving towards that, masculine and feminine coming together in the chariot. I'll just get one more down, see if there's anything else. Rebirth, manifestation, we got there as well in those cards. Let's have a look. Now, Four of Pentacles, now moment. Justice is Libra as well. So a lot of this coming in on that Libra moon, basically. A lot of this physical now moment. So you see, all you're doing is you're achieving a now moment. It's vibrational, it's not physical. And how it feels, the now moment, the feeling of it, is it feels just like freedom, and it feels like everything's great. Everything's really great in my life. And it's not about I don't like this, or I like that, or I wish this would be different, or I wish I wasn't going through that, because again, it's a higher point of view. None of it matters. I just feel great. It's great to be alive. Look at the trees, look at the birds, look at the sun, look at the stars, look at the water. Feel this physical body. It feels great to be alive. It's a momentary thing, right? It's not, whenever you go out of the moment, what you're really doing is you're going into thoughts of the past, or you're going into feelings of the past, or you're going into expectations of the future, either feelings or thoughts. When this is ready to pop, you've done everything you need. Magician is everything you need for rebirth there. Empress, so it means it's all in your vibration. Everything you want is in your vibration. It always has been. You know, I know everything's been in my vibration since I was 13 years old, right? And I'm 56, and I could be really angry about that. There's points where I have been really angry about that, but I'm not angry anymore. I think I was angry last week, but I'm not anymore. It's clearing, right? Heartbreak. You're clearing heartbreak, basically, on this process, and that's where we've come from. You have to feel the heartbreak of the masculine and what they have not achieved in their physical life, right? And what would appear from a physical eye, for a physical incarnated life, a short life, mistakes that were made, going against the grain of what their heart told them to do, attacking themselves with their mind in terms of duty and obligation, in terms of what they were doing in their life. All the feelings of regret and shame that come up in the physical framework of I've only got this short life. Just disaster case scenario is what you clear. There's so much heartbreak, right? So we've got that there. Now moment is right, and it's really ripe, it feels like, as well. Let's go here. 7 emotions, wounded warrior. So clearing the masculine of their lowercase emotions, you know, their disaster case scenario, their woe is me, their troubles and strife. Resistance, vibration coming out on that. So that's a solid vibration, all 4 feet on the ground. Vibration, mind, emotions, and physical self, grounded into good vibration, right? It's going, it's clearing. Ace of Pentacles, success in vibration is coming. Six of Wands, ripe for a brand new beginning in the physical world, coming through the energetic space of now and everything feeling right in the now. King of Wands, vibration of the masculine, brand new journey coming out in the Fool, so ready to start again. They're coming through cleared energy, remember, so it's not about the past. It's about what can be achieved in the now. It's about just doing it, right? So when they come forward, it's a just do it energy. It's like grab the moment. It's not coming from thought and it's not coming from emotion. It's not hearts and flowers and it's not intellect. It's coming through vibration. It's just do it now. All right? That's how it is. It's how it's achieved. So that's where we're heading to. Six of Swords. Process. The process of letting go in the mind of everything that is opposing this energy of just do it. You know, just harness the moment. Just take action. Action. His action as well. You know, at the end of the day, we're here in a physical body. We have got an ego. We've got willpower. We've got boundaries. We've got the drive to achieve what is in the physical life, what can be best for us, you know. What is the things we really want to do? Where do we really want to live? Who do we really want to be with? That's what the ego is for. It's tastes and preferences. It's you achieving through action what is in your vibration. It's divine action, if you like. So this is divine action that they move into. It's like a cleared point. It's a resolution inside themselves. Okay. Empress energy, bringing that in. Rebirth. Devil is energy drawing towards. So it's two vibrations. Move circles. Draw into each other. Till they become one vibration. Till the vibration is turning on the now moment. Basically. And the now moment of action. In the willpower of the existence. In the present lifetime. Physical manifestation of the feminine, so just coming through your vibration, and again ground yourself, the true authenticity, right? Just ground yourself into your physical life, do what you like to do what makes you feel good. There's not going to be much around emotions, I don't feel, coming through these next 2 weeks, because it's like we've cleared all of that. So it's just going to be around, be on point with where you are in your physical life at the very smallest degree. So in the moment, do what feels right in the moment. If you're bringing somebody else into operating from a present moment energy of action, you've got to be doing what is right for you in every single moment of that day. So you're not thinking, well, I said last week I was going to do this on Tuesday, so I'm going to do that on Tuesday. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. Put it off till you feel like doing it. What do you feel like doing in every single moment of the day? And sure, there might be things that you have to do, but reorganize them so that they're being done. You know, maybe you're moving that Tuesday to the Wednesday even. Maybe it's going to be the morning after. Things like that, just like shift things around till you're really in the moment of your life, feeling really good, uncorded from any kind of worry or fear around anything that you're meant to be doing, stuff like that. Manifestation does not require your presence. That means it doesn't require, once you've got it in your vibration, like I say, if you're going through twin flame process, you'll be like me. You have like the essence of perfect love, the one, true love, all that kind of stuff. You'll have had it in your vibration since whenever you put it in there, childhood, right? So it's already there. Your desires are already there, just waiting to be manifested. So this energy, right, of this manifestation is not about thinking about it all the time. It's not about feeling it all the time. So it's definitely not about going to the past feelings and how you used to feel about that person, because that's irrelevant in what comes in. It's also not about feeling how you would in the future in terms of that process. So don't force yourself. You don't have any commitment right, in terms of your physical endeavour to do anything about this manifestation. And I know people are out there and they're like, heal the twin flame journey and let's all do this now and all that kind of stuff, but it's not a conscious process. The only conscious part of it is you coming into a broader perspective of it and seeing it from an energetic point of view. It's not from fulfilling it through a conscious energy. You can't. It's an energy process, right? You can know it's going on, but you don't have to facilitate it in any way. And anything that is cornering you or putting you into an energy where you're not free is not the fulfillment of the end product, right? So you've got to be in an energy of uncordedness in your mind, in your feelings, in the now moment, right? And, in that, where the energy is going to take the position of bringing this in, you've got to understand as well, you might still have pops in your head where you suddenly, because you let go and you're like drifting off in a now moment meditation, which is really just a state of no mind, because perhaps you're like in the kitchen and you're singing a song and you're doing something nice for yourself, or you're walking down the street and you're just zoning out into a state of flow, that suddenly you have got them in your head and it's something that's just there that you didn't try and think about because you are connected, right? So that will come in. But again, it's just, that just is how it is, and it might come in like that, but it's not about you having to like sit there and meditate and try and connect to them, basically. All you need to connect to is your present moment in a state of flow. Just take yourself out of the game, lots of resting, doing really good things. Like I say, if you're feeling get up and go and do something. If you're not, don't. Manifestation will take care of itself. The energetic manifestation is coming anyway. Chariot and the moon. Masculine and feminine's coming together on the moon. That hasn't come in yet. So you can see we're just getting closer every single time we go through one of these moons. I'll just do the Page of Swords. Wisdom, basically. Achieving more wisdom around the process, right? Channeling through more authentic wisdom on the process. That it is not anything to do with your physical life at all. That's really where you get to at the end of it. It's not to do with the physical life. It was never to do with any of the conversations before or any of the feelings before. It's a process of bringing oneness into physical form. And I know people go through a lot of lower energy in terms of it. I would just say relationship. You're going to have a higher relationship, right? Which is a relationship that is not corded by negativity. So in terms of your self-reflection on where you've come from in this process, Spirit is always guiding you. There are points in this process where you will go back and you will review what went on between you, and you will do that multiple times until you're free of it. When you've got feelings and thoughts coming up in this process, they have to come up because they have to be cleared. So try to view it that way rather than cording yourself to it. You're not a physical being in reality, right? You're an energetic being. So the truth is that you're an unlimited energetic being that has potential for many, many lifetimes. And once you leave this one, right, and you're free of this one, all you're going to be doing is part of everybody else's lifetime in that oneness of vibration, and feeling opportunities through all of that. And you know everything when you leave. So everything will be explained when you leave. And sometimes it doesn't feel good being here, but you're in a process of moving into more freedom. So try and put that at the top of your list. I'm in a process of moving towards freedom where everything becomes clearer. It's a process of healing and clearing vibration, and actually healing vibration is clearing vibration. It's not because anything is wrong, or that you did anything wrong, or that you've had a lifetime that was served to you because you have, you're a bad person, or because you're not allowed to have anything good happen to you, because the good stuff comes, right? But it comes when the vibration is cleared. So you've got to take that on board and understand that and work from that perspective. However long you have to carry that bag up that hill with that in it until you get to the top. But anyway, we're moving through to the top. Closer and closer every time. All right, lots of love. Take care. If you wanted to get a personal reading or have a Skype session, my details are in the box below. Bye.